Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Edge channel. Famous ring announcer Michael Buffer estimated the chances of Briton Anthony Joshua in a duel with Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. According to the entertainer, in order to regain the championship belts, AJ will have to impose a top fight on the opponent. At the moment, there is only one strong puncher in heavyweight, Joshua. He can hit with both his left and right hand. I think that in a rematch with Usyk, he should enter the ring and pounce on the opponent. It makes no sense to jump around the ring and try to outbox your opponent. Joshua has incredible physical strength, he's a very smart boxer. I think we will see a better version of AJ in the ring, but nothing is unclear here. Usyk is an amazing opponent. I can't wait for their fight, Buffer said in an interview. Recall that Usyk and Joshua meet on September 25 in London, where the Ukrainian won by unanimous decision of the judges. As a result of the fight, Alexander won the WBA, WBO, IBF and IBO championship belts. Earlier, the British promoter Eddie Hearn said that the defeat from Usyk devours his client. Russian Dmitry Kudryashov in a conversation with Match TV considered the chances of the owner of the WBA Super, WBO and IBF heavyweight belts of Ukrainian Alexander Usyk in a possible confrontation with the WBC champion British Tyson Fury. Negotiations on such a duel were conducted in earnest, and the organizers were ready to pay Briton Anthony Joshua and Dillian White for the opportunity to give up their claims to meet with the champions. As a result, Usyk, according to the contract, will give a rematch to Joshua, and Fury will meet with the mandatory challenger Dillian White, who in his last two fights with varying success meet with Alexander Povetkin. Now Fury has to fight with Dillian White, and this is an interesting fight. I think that White is not so durable anymore. Although a few fights ago I would have bet on White. He is a big guy who can hit. Then Fury could have had problems from his punch. And now it seems to me that Fury will sort him out and torture him with his pokes. If we talk about Fury's recent statements to Joshua and Usyk, Fury called the first a coward and the second a bum. If I were in his place, I might also attack Joshua, but I don't need to attack Usyk. Perhaps I will say some incomprehensible things for many, but it seems to me that Usyk simply will not leave a chance for Fury. Everyone says Fury is invincible for Usyk. Fury is big. Yes, Tyson is big, but we can remember how Fury was sent to the 5th point by the former Cruz Cunningham. Fury won an early victory in 2013, but was knocked down in the second round. And Usyk definitely beats no weaker. Usyk has everything to get to Fury's chin. Usyk is a real boxer, and all those who talk about his lack of stroke, let them remember his meeting with Tony Bellew. Believe me, Bellew doesn't think so right now. Usyk is now on such a rise. He has absolutely every chance of winning the fight with Fury. If I had been forced to bet money on this fight, I would have a bet on Usyk. There is more gang there, and Usyk has more chances. But Usyk will have a second fight with Joshua, which will be more difficult, despite Alexander's victory in the first meeting. I saw Joshua getting ready for dirty boxing. This is basically what the Briton had to do in the first match. Although I'm rooting for Usyk, he is his own. They are closer to us, Kudryashov said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. The WBA Super, WBO, IBF, IBO World Champion Alexander Usyk has to have a rematch with Anthony Joshua within 6-8 months. The option for the second duel has already been activated by the parties, and then if the Ukrainian wins again, which few doubts after the first fight, he may think about a unification fight with Tyson Fury for the title of absolute world heavyweight champion. What's there to think about? Now everyone is talking about this fight. Moreover, this fight is necessary considering that there has not been an absolute world champion in the heavyweight division since the days of Lennox Lewis, so the hour has come. And if we imagine that this fight will take place, who will be his favorite? American and British experts are again saying with one voice that Usyk will be an outsider. As in the case of Joshua, they refer to the size of Fury, saying that Alexander will not cope with the size of the opponent. It seems that even the victory over Anthony didn't make the experts believe in the potential of Usyk. It's going to be a great fight, a difficult duel for Usyk. What is ahead of Usyk? Tyson is a great boxer, a great champion, and now he is the king of the heavyweight division, said Lennox Lewis, making it clear that he sees his compatriot as a clear favorite for a potential duel. But Usyk's promoter Alexander Usyk said that Wilder's fight with Fury was good news for his client. We saw Vacanel. I watched what was happening with great interest, because of my personal interest, which I saw in the ring, both on the one hand and on the other, is a super cool news for Alexander Usyk. Not the result, but the process. Not the result, but the process. I assumed Wilder would win. I was almost convinced that he would win ahead of Shadow. He couldn't have done it any other way. And Wilder at some point even came close to it, sending Fury into a knockdown. But he was square. He could neither move nor strike. He was tired on the way to the ring. Probably this is due to a set of muscle mass and the inability of the body to cope with it, Usyk said. Someone will say that a manager exaggerates and is too confident in his word. Maybe. We will see, he's right. If we talk about Wilder, then Dante is very far from a duel with Usyk, but for now, from returning to the ring as a whole. So let's talk about Tyson Fury. What did Tyson show in the ring? Amazing speed for a heavyweight, yes. Incredible stamina and ability to hold a punch, definitely. An extraordinary technique here, undoubtedly. But what of these does not have Usyk? He is clearly faster than Fury. As the fight with Joshua showed, Usyk can tolerate hard blows, but the Ukrainian's technique has already become his calling card. The main thing is that if Fury missed so much from the albeit strong Wilder, but Manitoba's stringly and strength-forward Wilder, how much will he miss from the intensive and fast Alexander? Fury has definitely not had such an opponent yet, and it's unlikely that he will know what to do with him. Will say that Usyk will not be able to shake and knock out such an armor-piercing boxer. Yes, he can't, but he doesn't need to. Alexander is quite capable of simply beating the British giant at the points and taking the last belt, which he lacks in the collection for the title of absolute world champion. So Usyk does not exaggerate at all when he sees Fury as a sweet bomb for his word. The fight between Wilder and Fury showed that Usyk now has no real competitors, and he has nothing to fear. They made too many mistakes for the title fight. The Ukrainian will be the absolute heavyweight champion of the world and will definitely stand on the pair with Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis. British heavyweight veteran Derek Chisora believed that the mandatory challenger for the WBC title, Dillian White, can defeat the current champion of the organization, Tyson Fury, because he is much more motivated than his opponent. To win, Dillian needs to work hard. He needs to plow, but he wants to. White wants it. He's hungry. Do you know what the problem is? When fighters earn 20, 30, 40 million, they are no longer hungry. There was only one fighter who stayed hungry when he earned 100 million. This is Floyd Mayweather. When all the other fighters earn this money, their hunger disappears. They do it just to do it. But then there is someone hungry who wants more, like Dillian right now. He will enter the ring ready to die, Chisora said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.